What if I told you that the secret to transforming your gut health isn't about restrictive eating or expensive supplements, but about a simple Mediterranean approach that literally feeds the good bacteria living inside you? By the end of this video, you'll discover exactly which foods act like fertilizer for your beneficial gut microbes and why this ancient way of eating might be the missing piece in your health puzzle. But here's what most people get wrong about the Mediterranean diet. It's not just about olive oil and fish. There's a specific combination of foods that creates a feeding frenzy for your good bacteria, and I'm about to show you exactly how it works. The gut connection most people miss. Your gut contains trillions of bacteria, and these microscopic organisms are doing far more than just helping you digest food. They're producing vitamins, regulating your immune system, influencing your mood, and even communicating directly with your brain. But here's the catch. Your good bacteria need specific types of fuel to thrive, and without it, the harmful bacteria start taking over. This is where the Mediterranean diet becomes a game changer, but probably not for the reasons you've heard before. Most people think the Mediterranean diet is healthy because of the omega-3s in fish or the antioxidants in olive oil. And yes, those are important. But the real magic happens in your gut microbiome. The traditional Mediterranean way of eating provides an abundance of prebiotic fibers and polyphenols that specifically nourish beneficial bacterial strains. Think of it this way. You're not just feeding yourself when you eat Mediterranean style. You're feeding an entire ecosystem that determines your energy levels, your digestion, your immune function, and even your mental clarity. The prebiotic powerhouses you need to know. Let me break down the specific Mediterranean foods that act as superfood for your gut bacteria. First, we have legumes, chickpeas, lentils, white beans, and fava beans. These aren't just protein sources. They're packed with resistant starch and soluble fiber that your gut bacteria absolutely love. When you eat hummus, you're essentially delivering a feast to your beneficial microbes. They ferment these fibers and produce short-chain fatty acids, particularly butyrate, which is like premium fuel for your intestinal cells. Next comes the incredible variety of vegetables, especially artichokes, asparagus, garlic, onions, and leafy greens. Artichokes alone contain inulin, one of the most powerful prebiotic fibers known to science. Then there are whole grains like bulgur, farro, and barley. These ancient grains contain beta-glucans and resistant starches that modern refined grains have lost. And here's something fascinating. When you eat these grains slightly cooled, like in a Mediterranean grain salad, you actually increase their resistant starch content, giving your bacteria even more to work with. But the real secret weapon is the combination of polyphenols from extra virgin olive oil, red wine in moderation, and an abundance of herbs like oregano, rosemary, and thyme. These compounds don't just provide antioxidants, they actively shape your gut microbiome by promoting the growth of beneficial species while inhibiting harmful ones. It's like you're being the gardener of your internal ecosystem, carefully selecting which plants get to flourish. The fermented Mediterranean secret. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Traditional Mediterranean cultures don't just eat prebiotic foods, they also incorporate naturally fermented foods. Greek yogurt isn't just a protein source, it's delivering live beneficial bacteria directly to your gut. When you combine probiotic foods with prebiotic foods in the same meal, you create what scientists call a symbiotic effect. The probiotics you're eating get immediate fuel from the prebiotics, allowing them to colonize your gut more effectively. Think about a classic Mediterranean meal. Greek salad with olives, whole grain pita with hummus, grilled vegetables, a piece of fish, and a small serving of yogurt with honey and nuts for dessert. This single meal is delivering prebiotics from the vegetables and whole grains, probiotics from the yogurt, anti-inflammatory omega-3s from the fish, and polyphenols from the olive oil. Your gut bacteria are receiving everything they need to thrive, multiply, and produce the beneficial compounds that keep you healthy, The diversity factor that changes everything. But here's what makes the Mediterranean approach truly superior for your gut health. It's not about eating the same healthy foods every day. It's about incredible dietary diversity. Studies show that people following a traditional Mediterranean diet consume over 30 different plant foods per week. This diversity is crucial because different bacterial species prefer different types of fiber and nutrients. When you eat a wide variety of plant foods, you're supporting a diverse microbiome, and diversity is the hallmark of a healthy gut. Compare this to a typical Western diet, which might include only 10 to 15 different plant foods per week, with most calories coming from refined grains, sugar, and processed foods that actually starve your good bacteria. When your beneficial bacteria don't get fed, they start dying off, and the harmful bacteria, the ones that thrive on sugar and processed foods, start dominating. This shift in your microbiome can lead to inflammation, weakened immunity, digestive issues, and even mood problems. Your action plan starting today. So, how do you actually implement this gut-feeding Mediterranean approach? Start by building your meals around legumes and whole grains as your base. Add at least 3 different types of vegetables to every lunch and dinner. Use extra virgin olive oil generously. It's not just a cooking fat, it's medicine for your microbiome. Incorporate fermented foods like Greek yogurt or naturally fermented olives daily. Snack on nuts, which provide both prebiotic fiber and healthy fats. And here's a simple rule. Aim for 30 different plant foods each week. This includes vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and herbs. One practical way to achieve this is to shop at farmers markets where you'll naturally encounter variety, or challenge yourself to try one new plant food each week. Make a big batch of mixed bean soup with vegetables and herbs. Prepare grain salads with whatever vegetables are in season. Keep a variety of nuts and seeds on hand. The beauty of this approach is that you're not restricting anything. You're crowding out less healthy options by filling your plate with gut-nourishing variety. The timeline and what to expect. Now, you might be wondering how quickly you'll notice changes. Your gut microbiome is remarkably responsive. Within just a few days of increasing your prebiotic fiber intake, your beneficial bacteria start multiplying. Within 2 to 4 weeks, many people notice improvements in digestion, energy levels, and even mood. But the real transformation happens over 3 to 6 months as your microbiome completely remodels itself. You're not just changing what you eat, you're changing who lives inside you, and those bacterial residents are working 24/7 to keep you healthy. The Mediterranean diet hack isn't really a hack at all. It's simply feeding your body the way nature intended, with a diverse array of whole plant foods, healthy fats, and fermented products that nourish both you and the trillions of microscopic partners that keep you thriving. Start today by adding just one more prebiotic-rich food to your meals, and watch as your gut and your entire body responds with gratitude.